What is up, everybody? It is No Continues, your favorite video game discussion podcast. My name is Juice. I'm, of course, joined by my good friend and co host, Bonzo.
Hello,
Today on the show,
everybody.
we're going to be talking about GTA 6. We got some updates. Feels like it's taken a while to get some information about this game. We're going to be checking in on Xbox. We haven't checked in on them in a while. They got some news. And of course, more Switch 2 stuff. Were we able to secure a pre-order? What did we get? If we did, gotta stay tuned. Gotta stay
You gotta
tuned.
stay tuned. Yes, sir.
Ben, how are we doing today, man?
I'm doing amazing. How about you, Juice?
I am doing very well. Obviously, we are in the busy times, right?
Yeah,
This whole lead up to Switch 2. Everything is busy. If you're watching on the video podcast, you probably notice I'm in box land. I have got boxes on boxes on boxes, getting ready for a move. But
a
we're
big
still
move.
here, getting ready. We haven't talked. We actually haven't had our podcast in a while. Now that I'm thinking about it, our
Yeah,
last new episode was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago because we
three,
had
four. Yeah.
recorded our very special episode with
Mm.
G, the
Yeah,
game developer. So
yeah,
shout out
yeah.
everybody who
Watch
got
that.
to listen to that. Yeah, I know you and I learned some stuff.
Yeah,
So hopefully anyone who watched it got to learn, about all these types of things when it comes to game development, game culture, what it's like to work in game
it's always
development.
fun to look at the inside of like what makes a game.
Yeah. And I always like to know like people's perspective, like the way I think a game is made and how the culture is and
Mm.
what the benefits of doing that is compared to someone that's actually working there and being like, you know what,
Ex-
the benefit is the flexibility. The benefit is, the creative aspect.
Yeah,
It's very, very different. So yeah, that was a ton of fun. And in a little bit, we're gonna have another special guest that we're really excited about. Very, very big guest,
yes.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
No, no, very
we're
it's good guess.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
So
Like,
we're gonna be preparing for that. That's gonna be a really fun time. So we got all that. Ben, what you been busy with? I know you've been working on some stuff as well, coming out soon.
yeah.
What you been busy with?
I've been working on two videos so far. One that is coming out really soon, actually. I don't know if it's really soon, but it might be right before the Switch 2 comes out, like maybe 5 or a week before
Hmm.
the Switch 2 comes out. And another video that I'm working on right now that I'm planning to maybe publish before the Switch 2 or a little bit after. So
Hmm.
we'll see. Lots of new shorts idea for the Switch 2 at the same time. Lots
Yeah.
of I'm creative with the Switch 2. I don't know why, but it gets me excited. I'm excited for the
Yeah.
consoles to release. I can't wait to have my hands on it, but in order to do content about it, I need to have it. So
I have
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
there's a little drought in content in a way. I'm trying to do more shorts, more experimenting with shorts.
Experimentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still big things are coming in the horizons. How about you, Juice?
Yeah, I posted my first ever YouTube video, first long form video over the weekend, so you can check that out. We also did a little rebrand. We're no longer Juice Bar Gaming. We are now Juice's Game Closet.
Yeah.
If you follow us on TikTok already, everything is good. You don't have to do
Mm.
anything. But if you want to find us, we are now at Juice's Game Closet. It just felt like the name change was needed. It was kind of more to fit the vibe because now I want to do some YouTube videos and
Mm.
stuff like that. So um,
I love
I'm
I love
still
the new
learning.
name, to be honest. Like I think it
Thank you.
fits even better. I like Juice Bar Gaming, but Juice's games closet is just it feels more cozy. It feels like more
I was going
personal.
for, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some stuff in the works. I got some scripts I'm working on. I'm trying to do more long form
Yeah.
stuff, but don't worry. The TikToks, the shorts, they're still
They're
here. Don't
still
worry.
here. They're still there.
I'm
Yeah.
always a guy who loves talking for a quick minute. I always
Yeah.
like, especially this time, as we're recording, we are less than a month. We're maybe three and
Three
a half
weeks
weeks
maybe.
away
Yeah.
from the Switch 2, which is crazy. And I love this time because so much conversation, so much talking with
Yeah.
people who are watching in the comment section, and I get a lot of fun out of that, seeing different perspectives. I
Yeah.
don't know about you.
Oh no, I'm so excited. Like I I've had one of my first viral shorts ever recently, and like,
Yeah, how many
yeah,
views did it get? It was a lot.
it's now at 200K views on
That's
YouTube, which
crazy.
is really great. Like, it's really
Yeah.
great, but I feel like people are they're either very dumb or very like they know too much. I don't know how to explain it, but like I did a small mistake. It was not a mistake. It was intentional. You know, sometimes you have to do stuff in order for people to comment on the video. It's normal. Like,
Yeah.
that's how content creation is. The thing is some people, I feel like people are not watching the video and they're straight up commenting at your viral hook. Like, a viral hook is supposed to be like, yo, it's supposed to keep you entertained for the video, but now they just look at the viral hook, pause, put a comment, and they swipe away, which is, it's just weird, you know. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
I'm hate is still visibility, so I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes people are just straight up saying that they're gonna jailbreak their Switch on the comment section. I'm like, are you dense? Like, why would you say
And that's
that
in more
on a
trouble.
comment section on a YouTube video? Nintendo ninjas are real. Like, they can look this up. Like, they're not super, especially like if it's a viral short. They're gonna look it up. They're gonna like, anyway. I just
Yeah, I
find
get it.
yeah,
Yeah, there's all sorts of people out there. You know, we talked about it last episode
mm,
before our special episode about how has the negativity affected
yeah,
things. And I just think it's more of an annoyance than it
yeah,
is, and a lot of it doesn't feel like genuine. A lot of like these hate things that we see is
yeah,
just like people angry for the sake of being angry,
yeah.
right?
They
Like they just want
people
to
are
see if
just
people will view it, you know?
yeah, and they're following a trend. You know, right now it's
Yeah.
trendy to hate on Nintendo for some reason. It's always been like the kids' console. Like, especially nowadays, people that grew up with Nintendo, they're like, I'm cool now. I play PlayStation, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. And like, it's still like that kind of mentality is now so strong with the Switch 2, because not only that the
Yeah.
Switch 2 is more expensive than it was before, the games are more expensive, it just I feel like it gives them a reason to be angry about nothing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I understand some criticism of the Switch 2, like especially the price of the games. Yes, it's a little bit much, but at the same time, like, I just stop complaining just for the sake of complaining. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like you and I have both like kind of we're really good at kind of discerning what feels genuine and
Yeah,
what doesn't.
yeah,
So we're pretty good. But I think a lot of people do fall for rage bait and just want to be
yeah.
angry.
They just want to be
And then
angry.
they
Yeah,
creator, they give it it's like a whole cycle, right? But
yeah.
the joys the
Of
joys of gaming, right? The
yeah,
joys of gaming for sure.
exactly.
So before we get into the news and talk about some things, Ben, I want to know what are you playing these days? What have you been playing during these busy times?
I've been playing a really old game on the PS2.
Ooh.
I only own the PS2 version. I wish I would own the Xbox version because it's a more complete version in a way and it runs better. But I'm playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy
Oh,
on
I got a
P.
great story about that
Yeah,
game after.
it's just such a great game. It's such a like you put your mind on an off switch and you just play that game. It's so repetitive, it's so like
Mm.
samey in a way. You're always doing the same thing, but there's so many secrets, there's so many content in the game. It's like one of those games where like you can put at least 100 hours easily because there's multiple characters. You have to finish the game with all the characters in order to 100% the game. It's like Gauntlet, like the old Gauntlet if you played in the arcade or if you played
I've not
on.
seen such bravery.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Classic sound effect. I
Yeah.
use that all the time when I
Oh,
used to be streaming.
yeah, but it's like that, but in like 2.5D, kind of like a Diablo style,
Mhm.
but not. The perspective is a little bit different. It's like a little bit
Mm.
like lower in a way. So you're like kind of third person, but not really. You're top
Yeah.
down. But it's really fun. Like, and you can play multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer. The only thing that I don't like about this version is you get a lot of items in this game and you use them right away in this version. You can't store them for a reason. All of the other version, you can store the items and you can use them whenever you want. But this one, for
Mm.
some reason, you use it right away, which makes no
Yeah.
sense because like sometimes the items has no purpose. in the situation that you're in. But other than that, like, it's just a good game. The soundtrack is okay, but I don't know, it's just really good. I love this game. I really do love this game.
Yeah, for me, like, we have a lot of ma and pa
Mm.
burger joints here in
Oh.
my hometown of Winnipeg. So we very famously have this burger called a Fat Boy. It's a very specific, like, Winnipeg region burger.
Okay.
And the thing I know about Gauntlet Dark Legacy, there's this one joint here in Winnipeg, and it had a cabinet, a
No
Gauntlet Dark Legacy
way.
cab. Yeah.
Yes, because if you don't
It's
know, it was an arcade game before.
yeah,
This
it's a
is a
4-player arcade
yeah.
cabinet.
This is a port. It's technically an N64 game that got
Yes.
ported to the PS2. So just
So I just remember I played it a few times, but I always remember hearing the sounds when eating there because it was just really loud
yeah, it
for
was
some reason, the
always
arcade machine. So I have very vivid memories of seeing Gauntlet Dark Legacy all the time.
Right.
But yeah, it's like the old school Gauntlet, but
Yeah.
just made for the 90s.
the
and
90.
So I have very good memories about Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Do you remember what class you were picking in the game, or?
I can't remember it all.
Yeah.
It's been so long now, but there's all sorts, right? Wizard.
Yeah.
There's
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 a
a classic,
jester.
like,
There's
Yeah.
archer. There's so many characters in this game, and like the way it works is like you have to create a profile for each character that you're doing. You have a general profile, but like each character has his not own story, but like if you want to change character, you reset the story and then you progress through that character. So like it's kind of weird how it works, but like sometimes you unlock secret characters and then you're like, oh, I just want to play it to see what's up, and then you have to replay the story again just to play that correct character, which is, look, I don't mind. Usually I'm always picking the sorceress because she's just OP as hell, and like she goes so fast, and magic is so powerful in this game. But like, yeah, no, I've never finished this game, so I kind of want to finish it. Like, my cat is sick right now, so like I put my CRT in my living room, and I just like, my cat is staying there right next to me. So
so I got good memories.
Yeah.
Is that all you playing, or are you playing anything else?
no, that's pretty much everything. All I'm playing right now. I don't have a lot of time to play, so yeah. What about you? What are you playing?
Yeah, for me, same thing. I'm playing two things right now. Mad Max, I'm playing. Not sure
On
if you've ever played
PS4?
this one on PS4. On PS5, but yes, it's the
PS5.
PS4 version.
Yeah.
This game is super cheap if you've never picked it up. It's really interesting. It's kind of like Batman Arkham, but with cars. The combat is very punchy. I like car stuff, so this is cool for me. I'm not really like, I know Mad Max. I'm not a pro as far as like the lore goes.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun. It's not bad.
Nice.
And I'm also playing Vampire Survivors. I had never played Vampire Survivors when it came out. I wasn't there at the hype. But recently it was on sale for Switch, and I was like, I need something to play while I'm working.
Yeah.
And I decided, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the time. And I get it. I get why people really enjoy this game. There's
It's so
definitely
good.
this like intensity, especially when you get later on where you're like, there's so many monsters. I got to move this way. I got to move that. Like, I get it. I get why it's fun. It's a really fun time. I love the art style. It's a very simple pick up and play and do your best to survive.
In a way. Have you ever defeated death?
No.
Oh.
I keep dying at around like level like 20 to 25.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's like so
you know, you can
there must be some
like fuse weapons, right, together?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So there we go. See,
Yeah.
I'm learning. There's still so much that I'm learning.
There's so many content in that game. Like, it's so cheap and there's so much content. It's crazy. Yeah, you can basically, like, if I remember on the top of my head, like, there's like the whip. In order to upgrade it, you need to have like the heart. And then when you have them both max level, you take a chest, and then it's gonna upgrade your weapon. But they need to be level 10 each of them. So like that's the thing. There's combination. At one point, you'll you'll unlock like a guide to help you like see the combination that you've already done. Yeah,
Oh,
but you can
okay.
just look them up online. Just like look weapon evolution on Vampire Survivor, and it's gonna tell you everything. Because if you're not evolving your weapon, you're not gonna get past, like, you're not gonna go to level 30. Because at level 30 you just die. Like that's how it
Yeah.
works. Yeah. But there's a way to kill death. It's ridiculous, but like
I gotta I gotta lock in. I gotta
yeah,
figure out some stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, that's just what I've been playing because with the move, there's only so much time I have, and I really want to start some games when the Switch 2 arrives. Like I've never beaten Tears of the Kingdom, never beaten Breath of the Wild. So I really want to start those when Switch 2 comes
yeah,
out to get that full experience with the new upgrades.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I haven't really wanted to start anything new yet, but I figured Vampire Survivors.
It's a good game
Play
just
that.
to, whenever
Past
you
time.
don't have
Yeah,
time to play a game in a way, and you just want a quick game for
exactly.
15 minutes or
Yeah.
30 minutes. Like, yeah, it's a really good game. Honestly, I love it. There's like a Sonic inspired level in this game. It's like a free
Oh,
DLC that
really?
they
Oh,
added. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I've pretty much, the only thing is I stopped playing Vampire. I've almost like platinumed it in a way. I play it on PC, but I've almost like fully completed it. The thing is they added so many DLCs now, and I bought them all, but I've never went back. And they've added a
yeah.
Castlevania DLC, which
I
looks
bought that
so
one.
cool. Which is like,
It is cool.
it's a Castlevania game. It's just, it was super inspired by Castlevania, and then they just Konami just decided, you know what? It is now a
Yeah,
Castlevania game.
exactly.
It's really cool, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good game. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to become more of a pro for
Mm.
sure. To go along with that though, have you picked up anything fun lately? Any games that you've gotten recently?
Yeah, I've picked up 3 things recently.
Ooh, okay, all right.
The first one is Sarisa
Oh,
Bayonetta
Bayonetta
Origin or something.
Origins,
Yeah,
yeah.
Origins. Sarisa and the Lost Demon. Uh, quick tip, guys, for the people that are watching the podcast, and if you're broke, do what I'm doing. Go to Best Buy. Go to GameStop website, and this game is $30 on GameStop website. Show them to the cashier, they're gonna have to put it at $30 the game.
Like the
So
price
that's,
match?
yeah, they have to price match. So that's why I'm saying, like, I got this game at $30 because I saw it on GameStop website that it was like $30. So I was like, I'll just try it, and every time I do it, it works. It's their policies. They want to put people more into their stores, so they allow that to happen. So if you want this game, and if you live in Canada, of course, go buy it for $30 at Best Buy. They still have copies. It hasn't sold great there, so you
Yeah,
know.
I got that game too. I haven't played it. It is very different from the other
Mm,
Bayonetta games, just a warning.
yeah,
But
it's like
it
a
looks interesting, so I'm gonna try. It's like
twin
isometric.
stick isometric kind of
Yeah.
game. Like, you control 2 characters with the 2 sticks. It looks interesting. I'm more interested in the artwork or the art style than
Yeah,
the
the art's
actual
cool.
game.
I really like
And
that. Yeah.
I love Bayonetta. I own the like special edition of 3 right here. If you're watching on
Very
the
cool.
tube, then this is, and I'm missing just the physical copies of 2 and 1, but I own the physical copy of 1 on PS4 with Vanquish. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, well, that's cool. Next game I bought, and it's a pretty like it's a pretty sought after game, and it is Expedition 33 Clair
Oh, I really
Obscur.
wanna play this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those ones when I move, I'm gonna be playing this right away.
Yeah, I really want to play it. My friend is always like, he's pestering me about making a video about this game, but I'm just like, I have no time right now to make a video about this game. I really want to play it, but yeah, I have zero time, and I'd rather just play this instead because it's nostalgia and it makes me feel like a kid.
The game seems to be like really much
Mm,
a talking point right now because it is cheaper than AAA
yeah,
games. The budget was cheaper. The team is apparently only 30 people,
yeah.
right? Like
The
this is
game
a
looks
small team.
gorgeous
The
too.
game
Oh
looks
my
amazing.
god.
So it just shows that, you know what? These AAA like developers, you don't need to spend $100 million making a game. Look what these guys are able to
Exactly.
do.
And the
So
guy that like idealized this game in his head was just bored at Ubisoft. That's when he
was
got
a
the idea
Ubisoft
of this
guy.
game. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a French game, which I'm gonna play in French. That's what I like to do in life, is just play or watch content from their original languages. So if it's the original language of the game is French, I'm gonna play in French, and I understand French, so because I'm French. So yeah, I don't usually play games in French. I usually play them on the original language with English subtitles. But this, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Apparently the story is really great.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
And I heard the soundtrack is great
Yeah,
too. So.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this. I can't wait to play it. It's just I have zero time right now. Zero time.
Yeah, I'll be getting to that one for sure. I've been super excited for it. So
last game that I picked up is Reynadis. I don't know how to pronounce this game. It was $10. It was brand new. It was $10. It's like a action RPG, but like Japanese JRPG. Like
there's a lot of those. The on Switch
especially. But this game, like, it's NIS, which does ease, and like it looks a lot like ease. So, and I love ease. I just don't like the dialogue in ease because it's just repetitive and it's long, and they take like forever to just explain one thing, so it annoys me. So usually I just end up skipping the dialogue because it's annoying, it's long. It looks the same. The combat looks really cool though. That's why I picked it. I was like, oh man, the combat looks really, really nice. So we'll see. Well, that's pretty much it. How about you, Juice? What did you pick up?
Yeah, I've gotten a decent amount recently, but I'll do 3 this time, 3 next time. So we got Eastward. And honestly, the reason I got it is because I thought I had it. Then I saw your video talking about the virtual game cards, and you were like, and you used it as an example.
I just used it as a game because like I couldn't find it. Yeah,
anything physically. And I was like, I thought I had this, and I didn't.
You didn't.
I picked it up.
Honestly,
super excited to play this.
I'm surprised that you got it. Like, did you pay a lot of money for it, or?
So it was $40 on Amazon, which I thought was a really good deal.
Because this game is expensive.
It is, yeah.
Like, it's hard to find. I remember, because I was on a trip with my ex-girlfriend back then when it came out physically, and we were at Quebec City. Like, if you know Quebec, it's like whatever. And I went to like one of the big stores there that had it, and it was like their last copy, and the guy had canceled his pre-order. So that's the only reason I have a physical copy, because after that there was a very limited print on that copy, and like not a lot of people were fortunate to have a copy. So I'm surprised that you got one. Maybe it got restocked more and more, you know, but $40 is not that bad.
Yeah, very excited. I actually haven't gotten into it yet. It's really good. I heard really good.
It's Earthbound kind of vibes, you know, like with top-down
shooter.
Zelda.
Yeah, very.
It's really cool.
I also picked up, I don't know why.
No, it's such a good game. Room Factory 4 is such a good game. Oh my god.
It was super cheap as well. Just really cheap sale. Like, I think it was like $30.
Yeah, $30 is amazing for this game. It's a 3DS game, and it's probably gonna get expensive because like Room Factory is like going to like its 6th or 7th. So like,
yeah, whatever we're on now. So grab that, and then lastly here for just today, I got The Messenger. This is the reprint of The Messenger. I do enjoy The Messenger a lot. Played it on Xbox.
This comes with the DLC though.
It does come with the DLC. Yeah. So, originally Limited Run Games, I'm pretty sure, was doing the physical print of The Messenger. This is the Devolver Digital print. So now it's like kind of widespread. It's not Limited Run Games. So,
but Limited Run Games always said that they're doing the first prints of a lot of games, but after that it's up to the developer. They're not closing the doors to the developer to make another print, you know. And this game was so expensive. Like, the first print is extremely expensive, by the way.
It is.
It's crazy expensive. So I wanted to pick it up. I received it recently, and I wanted to pick it up, but I was just like, I just don't have money these days. So I'm just like, I get it. I'm going on the bargains, really, you know, and everything. So I'm just
if you've never played it and you like Ninja Gaiden, like 2D Ninja Gaiden,
Yeah,
you gotta play
you
this
got
game.
yeah, it's
It's
really good.
really good.
Mm,
Um, it's got like it starts 8-bit and you think it's
mm.
gonna stay that way, and it doesn't.
It
It
doesn't.
turns
Yeah,
16-bit
yeah.
after. So, super cool though. So yeah, that's just a couple things. I got more things on the shelf, but we'll save those for
Well,
next time.
yeah.
So yeah, always fun picking up
Always fun, always
some new
fun.
stuff to put on the shelf. I got a new shelf I'm making, which I'm super excited about
Nice,
because
nice.
my current one is out of room. I have
No, I
room
get
for
it. I'm
one more
almost out of
Switch
room
game.
too.
Yeah.
I need a new shelf. Got my new
So he's got the Sans
the
plushie
sands.
or little figure.
Yeah, it's a finger. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
another game I did end up getting physically, but
You need
we'll save
to,
that
yeah.
for next time. So. But all right, let's get into the No Continues news roundup. So let's start with some of the smaller news. GTA 6, we got two things. It's first, it was announced that it was delayed
Mm.
until May of 2026. I wasn't shocked about this
Oh,
like at all. I
absolutely
don't think
not.
you were either.
No.
Yeah,
It's
we
Rockstar. They're always gonna
yeah
delay their games. I mean, it's a good thing though.
yeah, just make
If
it
it's
right.
not finished, it's not finished. Like they should
Yeah,
wait before releasing it. So
because up until this announcement, we had only seen one trailer. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we had
nothing
seen
else.
nothing.
Yeah,
And for a while they were like, no, it's come out in fall of 2025,
and we're
and it
like,
was like, there's no way, there's no
yeah.
way.
And
Like,
I'm not even sure it's gonna come out in a year. Like, it's gonna come out. They're gonna delay it another time, maybe 2 times.
you think so?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Rockstar way. Red Dead Redemption took so long to come out. Like I think they
32, yeah,
delayed it maybe like 5 or 6 times before releasing
it
it.
was a lot.
Yeah, so and they really want to take their time. They really want to get the best window to release it to at the same time. They
Yeah,
really want to make sure that nothing is gonna interfere the launch window of GTA 6.
for
Because
sure.
right now the Switch 2 is about to release. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they decided just to say, you know what? No, we'll wait. We'll wait a year.
Very curious about that. Yeah,
Yeah, we could probably work on it a little bit more, so just wait a little bit. And so that's my theory. I think they just waited because they got cold feet because of the Switch 2, and they want to make sure that's the thing too. There's a lot of speculation about the Switch 2 and their prices to set a new standard for video games. So I think
yeah.
GTA kind of want to see if those prices will stay in order to price their game the same, So we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, they also released a new trailer. I watched it. Graphically, it is really impressive. It is a
Yeah.
very impressive looking game. They really didn't show much gameplay. But yeah, no surprise. Usually, the whole point of Rockstar is these games looking really
Yeah.
good, and this game looks really good.
Really good.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Really good.
so for me, like you and I, we've talked about it. We're not that big of Grand Theft Auto
No.
fans, so we can wait. But yeah, definitely some people can't wait.
Yeah.
Definitely, there a
They're
lot of
really
people that are losing
excited
their mind.
because it's the only game that they're playing. So.
There are a lot of people that are just dedicated to that.
GTA. Yeah.
So we still got a ways to go, but there you go. There's your GTA 6 update.
Yeah.
We'll check back in 6 months when they
Yeah.
maybe have something else to say.
Maybe.
So maybe. So let's move on to Xbox. They've had a bunch of stuff ever since our last episode. Um, start with 2 remasters. They announced and shadow dropped. Oblivion Remastered. It got rave reviews. I know Skyrim or Bethesda fans were super
Excited.
happy with how it
Yeah.
turned out and they really enjoyed it. I'm not much of a Skyrim person. I do want to play Elder Scrolls. I think that's going to be like a
You've
thing
never
that I
played
try.
Elder Scroll?
Never have.
Way. You've never had
Nope.
a phase where you play Skyrim for like 500 hours and then you stop
Nope.
out of the random.
Didn't have that
God
phase.
damn,
So
this is.
I know.
Yo, Skyrim is
So
like one of the greatest games of all time. Like, I'm not even exaggerating here. Like,
I
it's a
have it. I literally
yeah.
have it for Switch.
You have it
I
for
I really
Switch.
should be playing it.
Yeah, like it's a
So
really good game. It's very samey. It's always the same thing, but it's just so addictive, and the
yeah,
narrative is really great, especially the side quests. The main story, I would say, it's not that great, but the side quests, there's so much content on it. You can build your character pretty much the way you want. It's really good. Like the leveling
yeah,
system too is pretty unique. It's pretty like Elder Scroll likey in a way because it's an Elder Scroll like game.
yeah.
But yeah, I would say for me, I think Oblivion is, I don't know if it's better than Skyrim, but with the new coat, new fresh coat of paint, it's,
Yeah.
I feel I'm having more fun with it now than
Oh, okay,
Skyrim.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I play it a little
I think
bit,
that game,
Yeah.
like, just from my outside perspective,
Mm-hmm.
everyone goes back to Elder Scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oblivion always feels like the one that came before, right? So people don't go to it as
Mm-hmm.
often. So I feel like maybe just from my outset, this remaster has kind of made people go back to it
Yes.
and be like, this game's pretty good
Mm.
actually.
They,
We
they
shouldn't have
change.
overlooked it.
That's the thing. They changed a lot of things. They changed how the entire combat works. So like, and
Yeah.
they've added a sprint button. They've changed how spell works. They've added voice line. They've added a bunch of content. So I think Oblivion back then was really rough. It was still a competent game when you were playing it on PS3 or on Xbox 360, but still, it was a hard game to play to this day. Like today, like the remake, the new combat system, everything is just, it just makes it like Skyrim in a way.
Yeah.
So I like it better in a way than Skyrim because I'm having more fun. I don't really like snowy areas, and Skyrim is a lot of snowy areas, so
Mm.
that's
You had a short talking about how you were having some trouble with performance issues
mhm.
on your, was it the Legion Go, right? The Legion
Yeah.
Go and the Series S. So you got a lot of positive reception on that
Oh
video,
my
right?
god, so much positive. People,
People
again,
are not
people
happy.
like to complain for no reason. They're like, "Oh, that sounds like a skill issue." What?
It was just you going like, "Hey, the game just doesn't run as good as I was hoping," you
Yeah,
know?
it doesn't run on mid-end PCs and on mid-end and on portable consoles. Like, it would be nice to be able to play on the shitter. Like, dude, like it was just like sure, and people were like so outrageous. Oh my god, you have a bad PC. I don't have a bad PC. I have a great PC. Like, I have an okay like, just leave me whatever. It's just people
Yeah,
online, you know.
it blew up though. The game
Hmm.
seemed to be really popular, got a
Hmm.
lot of positive reception. People were happy with that. But that's not all Xbox announced. They also announced Gears of War. I think it's called Reloaded. If I'm not mistaken.
Is it Judgment that they're remastering?
It's the first one.
Oh,
It's the first Gears of War. Yeah, it's called Gears of War Reloaded. This is the second remaster of the
yes,
first Gears of War, so
because
it's
I
the second
own
time.
the one with the rare
The
replay, like the combo.
Yep, yep. But the thing about this one, it's coming out this summer. It's not only coming out for Xbox, it's coming out for PlayStation 5,
Mm-hmm.
just like the Oblivion Remaster did.
Mm.
So Xbox again, also expanding, really turning into a third-party developer with their games going to
What's
PlayStation now.
funny about the PlayStation version is the only way to get a physical copy in this game. Like,
Oh,
the
really?
yeah, the Xbox version won't get a physical copy, only the PlayStation one. So, I mean, I'm gonna get it on PlayStation if I
Yeah,
want to. Like,
yeah. I think I also heard, I don't know if I'm pretty sure this is it, but if you have that version you're talking about, like the physical remaster for the Xbox
mm,
One, it just automatically gets upgraded to the new reloaded version.
that's
So
cool, but at the same time, for a video game preservation, I think it's weird.
it is weird. Yeah, you should be
Mm,
releasing this physically.
mm,
So I don't understand that either. The game's coming in at a cheaper price point. So did Oblivion,
mm.
actually. It's 39.99 US, so I think it's 40 or 54.99
Yeah.
Canadian. So um, we like cheaper price points. So there's that. And we like cheaper price points, but Xbox, we're doing the cheaper price points. Turns out they also like to raise prices because that
Mm-hmm.
was another thing with Xbox. Um, basically right around the same time as all this stuff was happening, they announced that they would be raising the prices of their consoles worldwide. Um, Basically, the average price is $80 to $100, which is a lot. That is a that is a high price point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Xbox will also be joining Nintendo in the $80 US game. This is happening in the future. They haven't announced like a date
Mm.
yet, but it sounds like maybe in the fall slash winter time, that's when these new prices will take into effect.
It
So it
might
won't
have,
affect Doom the Dark Ages, thank
yeah.
God, because that game looks sick and I'm excited for that one. But yeah, Xbox prices going up, up, up. Um, Thank you to the tariffs, I
Yeah, thank you to
suppose.
tariffs. I
It's
think thank you to
yeah,
Nintendo too. I think Nintendo set a new standard for game prices too. That's like, as much as I can praise Nintendo for being innovative, I think their greediness affected the video game industry more than we think. And it made it so that nowadays PlayStation are probably gonna just follow the trend, blaming the
oh,
tariffs,
PlayStation
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation will for
Mm,
sure be doing this too. Like PlayStation already raised their console prices 2 years ago.
mm,
They raised their prices again this year for their consoles in various regions
mm,
like Europe, Australia. Don't be surprised. The States and Canada, it'll get another price
mm.
raise again. I think I almost guarantee it. Um,
It's funny
yeah,
because they just released a bundle with Astrobot being like 580 in Canada, like
yeah.
$100 less than what it goes for with no games. It came with a game and it came with the disc drive, and now they're just like, oh, you know what? No, no, thank you. We'll just yeah, we'll just upgrade, like increase the price again. Like,
Yeah. It's yeah, it's a tough look. It's all these things with the global economy,
mm,
all these things have just been like yeah, it just affects the way games are
mm,
made. It affects the way now, these consoles are made. Yeah, it's tough. It's really out of our control.
mm.
It's not like we can control things as a consumer
No, nothing.
because
It's
I
not like
think
we can boycott the console or anything. It won't work. It like, it,
nothing's gonna happen.
mm,
Yeah, so it's a real bummer. Um, I just think, especially if you're Xbox, someone who's already very behind Nintendo and PlayStation,
mm.
it's gonna be really hard now to catch up. You're basically just a third-party developer who just lets you have access to consoles if you need one.
Exactly. And like a question that I had recently is like, who's gonna buy an Xbox? Realistically, like
Not really anyone.
nobody.
Like,
Nobody's gonna buy an Xbox. Like I've talked about it on my shorts. I was like realistically, you have zero exclusives. You release games everywhere. You're basically a Game Pass player at that point. The only advantage that you have is backwards compatibility with older consoles. But like, is it worth the new price? Not really. Like,
like, like right now, it's like 729.99 Canadian. Like
it's the
it
most
is
expensive
crazy.
console ever so far.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's more expensive right now is the PS5 Pro.
Mm,
It's about a grand,
mm.
which is
With tax in,
that's a
it's
whole
about a
thing.
grand here in Quebec. Yes.
Like it is crazy. So yeah, I mean, just it is what it is, unfortunately, right now. So you have to
Yeah.
decide with your, wallet whether what games are worth buying now, I think,
Mm.
for sure. So yeah, just beware. It was a weird month for Xbox, in April. They
Because
had some really cool things and
and
then they
then they,
also dropped some rough things.
which is really weird. Like was saying, hey, we'd like you, the consumer. And then 2 minutes later, hey, we want money. Like,
We don't like you that much,
yeah, we don't
like
like you that much. Oblivion's gonna be cheap, but the console,
Gears of War. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
it's
oh,
ridiculous.
Xbox. Yeah. But,
Anyway.
you know, the games industry, it moves on.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk, of course, about Switch 2. We are now just, yeah, like I said, about 3 weeks away from the actual launch. It's been crazy. So far, though, I will say for the last week and a half, it has been quiet on the news
Yeah,
front. It's
kind
been
of, yes.
which is kind of nice because it was a little insane for a while
It
there.
was too much.
Um, it was too much.
Like
Like there was just so much happening.
I wanted to release a video and I couldn't because there was so many new stuff happening all the time that I was just like, okay, I have
Yeah,
to wait now because I don't know what's going on. There was so many misinformation. There was like it was crazy, honestly.
it was insane.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, so let's talk about kind of just when we last recorded. It was April 22nd,
Yeah.
so 2 days before the actual pre-order date. So let's talk about pre-orders. Before we get to us, and if we were able to do something,
Mm.
let's talk about everything that kind of happened because, yeah, unsurprisingly, I wasn't surprised by this at all. It was madness.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, all these sites crashing. The queues were long. Um, a lot of angry content creators. I saw a lot of people angry about this.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't shocked at all. I was surprised at how many angry people there were. Not in the sense of they were angry of the experience, because
Yeah.
yeah, pre-ordering stuff sucks, especially when there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's just
especially where
how
and
it
there's
works.
a lot of scalpers too. Like it's crazy.
Exactly. But when I saw people being like, "I can't believe this is happening," it's like, "You can't believe this is happening?" This has
Mm.
been online pre-orders like this have been happening for like a decade at least. Like this happens all the time. I'm not
It's the
surprised by this at all.
norm, especially
Yeah, I'm surprised
online.
that you're
Yeah,
surprised.
like
You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
but like to be fair, I think it comes down to the point where people just like to complain for the sake of complaining. They want to play the
Yeah.
victim. They want to be the like they
Like I saw
knew.
like a great example. Kit and Krista made
Mm,
a video talking about they were like, this experience was terrible. It was horrible getting a
mm,
pre-order. Nintendo should have done something. And I was like, hold on. First off, yes, okay, I get it. The experience is terrible.
yeah.
Trying to get a pre-order on Walmart sucks. Their website isn't very good. I don't really like
They're
Walmart's website.
absolutely terrible.
It's a
Walmart, you
bad
need to
website.
fix your website. It's disgusting. I'm trying to
It's really
find a
bad.
video game. It puts me in a weird section where it has zero like it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Their website
Yeah,
doesn't work. Their search engine is terrible. Thank you.
it's
Moving
terrible.
on. Sorry.
So yeah, all right, fine. But Nintendo doesn't get to control these retailers'
No,
websites. You know what
absolutely
I mean?
not.
They don't get to control Best Buy. They don't get to control Target. They don't get to control Walmart's website. So the fact that they were like they could have done something, it's like what could they have possibly done?
And
They
that's
they don't have any control at that point.
mm,
It just didn't make sense to me. And I saw this a lot.
yeah.
Like
And
of not just them, but other
uh,
people.
since we're talking about Kid and Krista, by the way, I love them. They're really great.
Yeah, I
But
like them too.
yeah, they're
This
really
was their
great.
biggest miss for me. Like I
Yeah,
was like, "Whoa, you guys missed
but
the mark completely."
sometimes I feel like, especially like with Kid and Krista, I was like, bro, you've been in the gaming industry for more than 15 years, and you're pulling
Exactly.
a short like that. Like, I don't know if it was just for views, for clicks, for something that I can understand. But at the same time, when you've been in the industry for 15 years and you release something like that, I think it's a little bit like embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Well, the comment section too. If you go on the comment section of that
Mm.
video, everyone's like, "What are you talking about?
You're
Why are you like you don't
you're
get it?" Like, and
disconnected
it's
at that
that
point.
tough.
Like,
Exactly.
like it's just I don't know. I was kind of like disappointed a little bit when I saw that when you talked to me about it because you were the one who bring it up and you were like, "Hey, did you see this? I didn't have time to watch it yet." But like,
Yeah.
I was disappointed because I was like,
Yeah.
they were so in touch with Nintendo. They used to work with Nintendo for like 15 years, and now they're blaming Nintendo for a retailer's decision to not like. I just don't
Or
understand.
like their website, yeah, their lack of,
Like
of
everyone
an
knows that
innovative
it's not
website.
Nintendo. Like I don't work at
Yeah.
Nintendo and I know that it's not Nintendo. Like what? Like
Yeah, and it's just it was a really silly video.
yeah,
But unsurprisingly, everything sold out,
of course.
despite what certain creators will tell you that people should boycott and that this thing isn't going to sell. It sold out, of course.
Yeah, and there.
Because
By the way,
no
if a
duh.
creator is telling you to boycott the Switch or another or something, it is only for views. Only for views.
Yeah, like
Like, nobody in their right mind would have boycotted the Switch 2. Like, I know it's expensive, but like realistically, everyone wants Nintendo's new console. Everyone wants to play their Switch game at a better frame rate and a better resolution. Like, wake up. Just wake up, man. Like,
yeah, like
nobody's gonna boycott that shit.
like I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
silliness to me.
Yeah.
Now, was crazy. Seemed like there was a lot of craziness, but we were able to secure stuff.
We were.
You and I were
Yes.
able. We were able.
Yeah, we
So,
got
we got
yeah.
our stuff.
We got our
Got
stuff.
our stuff.
I
Out on the
was
front
very
lines.
lucky for what I got. I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
were lucky too.
Very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were out there on the front lines,
Mm.
people.
Yeah.
We're working our tail off. Ben,
Yeah.
what did you get? What did you end up pre-ordering?
So I was pretty much the first person in line getting stuff. So I was very, very, very like I had the key to the door, you know, like I had a buffet in front of me. So I took the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart because okay, please, for the people that know me and they know I'm a physical collector, I cannot afford Mario Kart World at $110 in Canada. Here, it's not it's not possible. I have rent to pay and stuff. So unfortunately, I have to go with the digital bundle. So I got the digital bundle. I pre-ordered Donkey Kong Bonanza. I pre-ordered Breath of the Wilds and Tears of the Kingdom because I want to make content out of it. I know.
Big baller here.
I know.
Big baller.
I know they're gonna be in my taxes, so it's all good, you know. I'm joking, but no, I need to make content out of it. I want to know what's inside. I pre-ordered all of the Zelda amiibos at the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So all the Zelda amiibos, all of the Street Fighter amiibos, because I'm a big amiibo guy.
Oof. Yeah,
I'm not sure I'm gonna pick them up yet. Like I'm kind of debating, especially the Street Fighter amiibos. The Zelda ones for sure. I own every one of them. So at this point, like the money I'm saving with Mario Kart World is towards my amiibos, you know. So
yeah.
you know, there's that. I pre-ordered a Pro controller, the all-in-one Switch carrying case, like the premium
nice
kind of
case,
looking.
by the way.
Yeah,
Very nice.
tempered glass.
If you're someone that if
Yeah.
you're someone that's traveling, by the way, or like you know that you're going to be taking this
Yeah.
place, you should probably be getting the case.
Yes, yes.
This is a really nice case.
It's expensive, but it's really nice looking. It feels premium. It looks premium. I think it's a really great addition to your
It's a good
accessories.
investment.
Yeah.
If you're
I picked up like the small case with the screen protector. I ordered some tempered glass because I don't like the flimsy screen protector.
I usually like tempered glass
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And then what did I pick up next? I think that's it. I got the camera, of course. Got
Gotta
the
get it.
camera. Yeah, gotta get it. Gotta make content out of it. And I got the 256 gig micro SD card. And honestly, I didn't want to get it at first, but now it's sold out everywhere. And even like the third party ones are sold out everywhere. Like I went to my local game store the other day and they were like, no, we can't pre-order these ones anymore because like they're sold out. So like it is gonna be very limited at release, these things. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything. What about you? What did you pre-order?
Yeah, so similar list almost. Just got the Switch 2, just the regular Switch 2. I did order physically Mario Kart World. I did want it physically, so I ended up going with that. I also grabbed two other games physically. That'll be Bravely Default Remastered. I enjoyed it on 3DS, so I'd like to play it again. I know the game key card. I know
it's because I want to know
everybody.
more about game key cards before buying those. I want to know what really is game key cards because people are speculating. People think they know what it is.
Yeah.
We don't know. Like we have zero idea what it is for now. So
I want to see how it is. So I got that. Cyberpunk 2077. I'm very curious about how this game plays on the Switch too, so I grabbed it. I've never played it before either, so this is kind of my first time going into it, but I'm super curious about it. Like you, gotta get that camera, gotta get that Pro controller, got both. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Now there are things that I still am looking at getting. I would like a screen protector. I think the micro SD Express card I didn't get, but I'm definitely now at the point where I'm like, I think I should probably grab one of
Yeah,
these. Um,
I would go with the
256.
Nintendo official one because
Yeah, the
I
Samsung
cannot
one.
trust third parties right now with a new technology. I want to make sure that it's Samsung or a good brand that does it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The companies that are making them right now, I think Lexar is
Mm,
making one. Samsung, and I think SanDisk also has one. So
yes.
SanDisk is usually pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look online just to see what I can find. But that's what I got. Unfortunately, here, my local game shop, P&P Games, they usually do midnight launches. They're not doing
Which
midnight launches.
sucks.
Really sucks. They told me, I dealt with a very grumpy employee.
Grumpy employee, yeah.
Um, I think he had been answering this question a lot, so I
Yeah.
kind of get it, but he
Yeah.
was not happy with me.
Mm,
They basically said that um, Nintendo didn't have really that much stock for small
mm,
independent game shops. P&P Games falls under that, unfortunately. So they're basically only getting some games, but they're not really getting any consoles
yeah.
to launch with. They said they're hoping close to launch, like maybe a couple months after they'll have some to sell, but
Mm.
yeah, unfortunately, no midnight launch, and I don't think anywhere in my hometown is doing one, unfortunately. So,
That sucks
um,
though.
it really
It
sucks.
would
Yeah,
have
I
been a
love
great
going to midnight launch.
like it would have been a great thing to film, you know, great thing
It's
to put
fun.
on
Yeah,
camera, you know. Yeah.
a lot of
Unfortunately,
great
I'm
memories.
working during the Switch too, so unfortunately I can't film, but yeah.
Yeah. So kind of sucks, but for me, I'm just happy that I was able to secure it. Um, oh, look at us. We were prepared. We were ready. We
Yeah.
were ready. Good thing too that we started to get this stuff early
Yes.
because more stuff has started to come out. Like recently, Nintendo's president Shintaro Furukawa said that Switch 2 prices could go up. You and I talked about this last podcast.
Mm.
Actually, we talked about how the accessories were going up because of the
The
tariffs.
tariffs, yes.
And we also said, if you go back and listen to that episode, we warned that there is definitely a chance
Yeah.
that Nintendo could raise the Switch 2
Yeah.
prices if things aren't going well. And yeah, not even, 2 weeks later, Nintendo's president says, hey, yeah, there's a possibility that the
Yeah.
Switch 2 could be going up. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's the console is 449 in the States, right?
Mm.
Like this console, I bet will be $500 by the end of the
Yeah.
year. 500
Yes,
US.
and I think it'll stay at that point moving forward. Like we're complaining
Yep.
about the price right now. Everyone is like
Yep.
outrageous about that. But the thing is as soon as the tariffs are gonna go, like if ever they resolve themselves and whatever. I don't want to get into too much politics here, but if ever we don't have tariffs anymore, the prices of the console will stay the same.
I bet
So
they will. Yeah, I guarantee.
so
So,
people that said, "Oh, I want to wait because I think the price is ridiculous," well, you kind of miss your chance because now the prices is going up forever. Like it's not
yeah.
gonna, it's not gonna go down. People are saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for the games to go down and the console to go down." Nintendo has never done that in the history of video game. They've done it with the 3DS, but it was a different time and a different era. They didn't have
Yeah.
marketing. They didn't have influencers that pushed the console. They didn't have jack shit. They were just hoping people to buy the console. Nowadays, everyone is hooked for the Nintendo Switch. Everyone wants to play the Switch 1 game at a better frame rate and a better resolution. So they can't like it's gonna sell either way. Either you want like either if you complain or not is gonna sell. Like I'm sorry, but it's the reality of things, and people have to understand that, unfortunately. So if you want to switch, I would recommend get it right now because it's gonna
Yeah.
go up and it's gonna be even more expensive. If you can take the $50 increase, wait. But if you can't, I would say buy it right now.
Yeah, and me just saying that it'll go up to 500, that's just a
That's just
speculation. It could
speculation.
go
We
up
don't
even
know.
more. Maybe it'll be 519.
Yeah, 30 like if you
99, you know what I
calculate
mean?
30% tariffs on 450 is like what? It's more than 500. I
Oh yeah.
think.
Like so like we said it last podcast, but just to reiterate, like
Mm.
if you are interested in this and you have the financial means to
Mhm.
do this, try to get this as soon as
Yes.
possible, because I think this price increase is going to come sooner rather than
Yeah.
later. Like I give it to the fall
Yeah.
if these tariffs don't get resolved. So
And especially if you want to play, if you want the bundle for Mario Kart, because it is only available for limited time. I think it's only available for
yeah,
2 months.
yeah, I think that was a major rumor that
Yeah.
the bundle was really going to be basically a first wave, like the
Yes.
first few months. It's not going to come back. So if you have the money and you are interested in this, I would try to get in early.
Hmm.
Sign up for the Nintendo,
Yeah.
notifications. Certain retail locations, whether you're in the States or Canada, may have some walk-in consoles that you can
May,
get.
yeah.
I would call ahead just to make sure, but try to be prepared.
Yeah.
So like not trying to advocate or
No. But like
advertise for
we're fans
Nintendo,
of the
but
Nintendo Switch. That's
yeah.
the thing. We want that console to do great. Like even though I'm not entirely okay with the prices, I still want that console to sell a lot because I want games to be made for it. I want Nintendo to thrives because I love their games. But still, we're not trying to like make
We
you
want you
buy
to
a
save money at the
console.
end of the day.
Yeah.
We don't want you to have to spend that $50
No.
later. Like
Exactly.
we just want you to, save some cash if you
Yeah.
can. But if you have the means to get this console right away, I would
not
say
wait
try.
anymore. Yeah, exactly.
No, I would
If you
wait.
were
I would try to get
basically,
early.
if you were on the fence of getting it because you were like, oh, I don't know, and you wanted to get it down the line, then buy it right now. Like it's your best.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know how much the tariffs are going to increase. Maybe like it's going to increase more. Maybe it's going to be more than 30% in the future. Maybe the console is going to be more expensive. We don't know. We don't know.
Exactly.
We never knew. We never thought we would have a 30% tariffs from the US, and now we have one, and it's fucking up the entire video game industry. So like,
Yeah. So
buy it.
just try to get in early.
Yeah.
It's the best way to save some money.
Yeah.
That's
It is,
that's
yes.
the reality. So, also to go with that, the game key card situation, already talked about it.
Ridiculous.
Seems to be getting more and more crazy. Apparently there was a recent kind of like, I don't know if hack or data breach of a game developer. The rumor is that because why is there so many game key cards by third-party developers? Why is that? The rumor is that apparently there's only two types of cartridges being made by Nintendo. There's the 64 gigabyte cartridge, or I think it sounds like it's a 1 gigabyte or even like a 500 megabyte cartridge, forcing you to use it as a game key card. So you basically have two options.
Yeah.
This rumor came up like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I started thinking about it because certain games, great example, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, like the enhanced version of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2,
which is another topic of
that's
conversation.
a whole annoyance.
God damn, Sega dropped the ball
Sega
hard.
really dropped the ball there.
Oh my god.
That game, for example, is like 4 gigabytes.
Yeah. Why is that a game key card? Like realistically?
Well, that's why I was wondering. I was like, why is that a game key card? And now it makes sense. If Nintendo is only offering, if you have to spend money on a 64 gigabyte card, or basically a game key card that you put in your console and it lets you download the game, they're going to pick that all the time because
of course
Nintendo supplies the cartridges to these developers, right? That's what it is. You have to buy the cartridge from Nintendo, put the data onto it, right? So guess what? The 64 gigabyte storage cartridge, way more expensive than these tiny game key cards that basically store whatever, an encryption data. That's why they're doing this.
And it sucks because
it really sucks.
I really wanted to get like Sonic X Shadow Generation on Switch too, because I bought it on PS5 in order to like have the better resolution and everything, but I still want to play it portably. You know, I feel like Sonic games are really good played, are really nice being played portably. And now that it's a game key card, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna buy it. Like, I'm just not gonna buy it at this point.
I think a lot of people are not gonna buy a physical
Mm,
game key card. I think many people are not going to be buying these now that are considered retro or like physical game
yeah,
collectors.
and it sucks because like it my like kind of my way around that was I was gonna buy the Switch 1 version and then upgrade it to the Switch 2 version. So I still had a physical copy of that game and I could play it on Switch 2 with a better frame rate and a better resolution. But Sega announced that we're not gonna get upgrade packs.
You have to buy the whole game
yes,
again.
which is what the
That's
hell?
crazy.
No,
That's
like
insane.
realistically, it is so anti-consumer. Like
Super bad.
Like what? Like okay, here's I don't want to, blow Sega off right now, but I think I have a theory onto why that is the case. I think since it's not native and it's like I'm going to say emulation, but it's
strange.
It's kind of like the Steam Deck where it like with protons, so it's like it's translation layer or something. I don't know how to explain it. I don't remember exactly, but it's a mix of emulation and like kind of like some witchcraft to make it work. Okay,
yeah.
So I think because of that, it's not as simple to just put an upgrade pack and just do it. I think Nintendo are wizards and they know how to do it, and they can just do like this and make it work. But I don't think that Sega is able to do it without like spending shit ton of money. So they'd rather just be like, you know what, let's do a Switch 2 version. That's it,
So lame though. Because I have Puyo Puyo Tetris too. I
have it.
Sonic Cross Shadow Generations on Switch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Not a big fan.
Not impressed. Not impressed at all.
So that's super lame of them. So,
yeah.
But yeah, game key cards. People are angry. I'm gonna see how it is with Bravely Default and kind of.
I'm gonna buy one to just know what it's like, to make my own assessment, not to just trust everything online that everyone says. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up actually Bravely Default because it looks like a fun game. No,
it is fun. Yeah, it's a 3DS classic, very classic RPG style. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. We're right on the cusp of everything. There's been some ups and downs, but I'm still really excited. What's the thing you're looking forward to the most? Is there something you're looking forward to the most for launch, or is it just?
Yeah, I'm just honestly like. I know it's ridiculous. I've said it multiple times in the podcast before in previous episodes, but I'm just excited to play my Switch 1 game at a better frame rate and a better resolution.
It is exciting, yeah.
I want to know, like, I'm very disappointed about Sega's decision not to include upgrade packs in order to be able to play it, to just purchase the upgrade pack and make it so you can play it on the Switch too. But yeah, I'm curious to see if other companies are going to do upgrade packs for that.
Good question,
yeah, because that's what I was most excited about before. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see like, oh, if there's like a Rune Factory is gonna play better on the Switch too, and you have to pay pay $10 or just like it's for free, like they did with the PS4 and the PS5. A lot of companies just did free upgrades, so that was cool. But yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. I'm excited about Mario Kart, but not that much. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I've made
excited. You know what? I'm trying to. I'm remaining optimistic. I'm excited for Mario Kart.
I'm excited. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, we're gonna have some fun together. We're gonna play it all the time. Thing is it's Mario Kart, and whatever they show doesn't justify the price of the doesn't justify the price of the game. So that's why I'm not really excited. I'm really excited about Donkey Kong Bonanza. I really want to know what it's all about.
And
I
think the thing is too, like, I feel like there's got to be a June direct. Like after the Switch 2 launches.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what else is in for the year. It's already jam packed.
Yes. But we have Summer Game Fest too, like 2 or 3 days after the, like, that's the thing. I'm gonna do a short about this when I'm saying like, yo, be aware of the Summer Game Fest. Make sure if you're a Nintendo fan to look at it, because like we might have some Switch 2
So
announcements.
we got stuff coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
yeah, for
it's
me,
a
like,
yeah. Sorry, go for it.
no, you go.
No, but it's a very exciting time to be alive. You know, I'm grateful to be alive. Like I know it's weird, but I'm explaining this in my video. But like, video games are my reason, like to keep going in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
like, video game has such a big importance for me that like it's everything to me. I'm obsessed with it,
Yeah.
and I'll always be obsessed with it. So having that kind of hype around the Switch U, even though like there's a lot of negativeness on the Switch, I'm still super excited. I'm looking forward to it. It gives me, like, I don't know, a rush of adrenaline. It's just fun. It's just fun. So yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, for me, like, Switch, video game launches, they don't happen that often. Like, they happen once every 7 to 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I just get excited for new tech. I get excited to see new things. I'm excited to see, like, Zelda. Like, I'm excited to see Breath of the Wild running
Yeah.
at 4K 60. Like,
Yeah.
kind of maybe how, like, the game, like, this is like its final version, like,
Yeah.
of how it's supposed to look,
Yeah.
right? I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for, just playing new things. The mouse mode. I want to know
Yeah.
how that feels like. What kind of games are, like, can I do with that?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's just, yeah, I get excited about new tech. I get excited of trying the new thing, and it always feels like a new chapter of gaming,
Of
or
your
like a new
life too.
chapter of
Yeah.
your life, right? That's
Yeah.
how I always view it.
Mhm.
I think about, the GameCube when I had it with my, Game Boy Advance. That was like early childhood. Then I think
Mhm.
about the Wii when I was like a preteen going into my teens. Wii U, they're like phases of my life,
Of
and
your
like this,
life. Yeah.
boom, new phase coming in right here,
Yeah.
right?
Where
That's
you are right now compared to where you were
exactly,
at Switch.
like,
Yeah.
it's so different where I was, um, as far as like with the Switch launched
Mhm.
compared to now, like where I am between that time
Yeah.
period. Like, it's so crazy, right?
Like, I never thought
Um,
I would make content during the Switch
yeah, me
too.
neither. Never thought that I
Like
would
I
do
was
something like
always
that, and
so
now I do
like
it all the time. Yeah,
exactly. I was always so like not confident. I was always like, I don't know if I could
yeah,
be living that life. And I changed my entire life because of creating content. Like, it's crazy how things change. During
yeah,
the past 8 years, like, my life went up and down. Like, it changed so much, and like I'm just happy
yeah,
where I'm going in life. It's just I can look back at the Switch line and be like, I was in a rough place, and now I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm in a better place, still rough but better, So yeah.
Yeah, I always view like games that way, and they're there during that time with
Yeah.
you. So I get excited for that, and I love the first month of a new console is always
So
exciting. Seeing
cool.
the conversation and seeing how people feel about it. So
Yeah.
that's the thing I'm excited for most. Just the interaction and how
Yeah.
how excited people are. And yeah, I'm excited for Mario Kart World, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited. I'm gonna play Welcome Tour. I'm gonna spend the
Yeah,
$10.
same.
I'm gonna I'm gonna use the mouse. I'm gonna play
Mm.
that spaceship game where you're dodging the stuff falling. I'll be there. Nintendo, you'll get my $10. As mad as I am about it, but you'll get my
Yeah,
$10.
same.
So, yeah, I'm real amped. This summer, um, I'm excited to get some serious
You're
serious
excited, eh?
Switch 2 gaming in. So, yeah, it's coming up really quickly, and it'll be here before you know it. So,
Yeah.
um, super exciting times.
Super excited.
And before we end off the show, we always got a question of the show. If you want to submit a question, you can DM it to us on TikTok or leave a comment on the YouTube form of the podcast. Ben, you got a question for us today. What
Mhm.
is the question? I think this is a good one
Yeah,
too.
it's a good one. It's a good one. I think it's a bigger question. Like, we're going back to Xbox
Going back
with
to
that
Xbox.
question. It's for me. I just want to explain myself before asking the question. But
Mhm.
like, with the new Oblivion remaster, I had a question pondering in my mind, being like, what is considered a remake or remaster at that point? Because we have things called remake, which looks like a remaster, and we have games that are saying that they're remasters, but looks like remake. And for
Mhm.
me, that's what I wanted to ask Truce today, because I want to know his opinion on that. I think I wanted to know if Oblivion was a remake or a remaster in your mind.
Mm. Yeah, that's a great question. I think this question gets asked a lot more. The
Mm,
lines have been very blurred.
yeah.
If you wanna watch a great video about it, actually, this kinda term,
Mm,
Scott the Woz actually did a video about 3 or 4 years
yeah.
ago called "Re-release, Remake, or Remaster."
Yeah.
I would give it a watch because he kinda breaks down the difference between the 3,
But
and he does
he's
a really
very
good job
confused
explaining it.
too on that
He's
in the
also
video. He's
confused,
like
yeah.
sometimes just like this doesn't make sense, you know. Like yeah, I've
Yeah,
watched that video. It's a really good video. Scott the
it's a
Was,
good
by the
video.
way, amazing content.
Fantastic.
Oh my god,
Love Scott.
so good.
Um, yeah, if you wanna watch a great video kinda describing these 3 types of
Mm,
releases, that being a re-release, a remaster, and a remake, he does a great job of breaking it down. So here's my thought, because Oblivion and Metroid Prime Remastered,
mm-hmm.
they kinda have the similar a
Feel.
similar, feel in the sense of they're marketed as remasters,
Mm,
but there is so much done to the games that it feels like
a
it
new
is
game.
not a
Yeah.
remaster. It feels like it is a complete
Yeah.
ground up remake. So in this instance, I won't talk about re-releases like Scott the Woz. I'll just talk about what a remaster and remake are. A remaster to me is taking a game and essentially up-resing it,
Mm,
cleaning it up, and putting it onto a new
yeah.
system.
Without really
Um,
changing anything or changing some couple of things.
Basically changing the visual. I would say just up-resing the visuals
Mm,
for the most part
okay.
to make it accurate to the console.
Modern
Now,
standard. Okay. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a great example.
Like Burnout Paradise, the remastered.
Burnout Paradise, great
Yeah.
example. It is
Or
now, this is a PS3 slash
mm,
Xbox 360 game. They've cleaned up the visuals, added the DLC.
yeah.
Boom. Now it's on
Yeah.
PlayStation
Yeah. Yeah.
4, Xbox One. Great example.
Great. Yeah.
A remake is a ground up redoing of a game. So, great example Resident Evil 2, 3, and
And
4,
four. Yeah.
the Capcom.
Yeah.
These are ground up
Remakes. Okay.
remakes
Yeah.
and almost reinterpretations of these original
Mm,
games. Now, I think personally, what's happening here is remaster has a nice sound to it. I think this is literally a marketing thing and a terminology thing. I think they think the sound of remaster
mm-hmm.
just alone just makes it sound like so
So
pristine. Like it almost has like this
this
elegance to it.
elegant. Do you think maybe they don't want to shot themselves in the foot if ever they want to remake the game in the
That's
future?
also a that's also a great
Yeah.
like point too, right? So to me, I think companies just call these, whether it's a remake or not, they
Mm,
call them remaster just for sort of the allure
yeah.
of the sound,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Saying something remake definitely doesn't have the same elegance or
Yeah.
same ring as like Oblivion Remastered.
Mm.
That sounds like,
That sounds better in a way, you know?
doesn't it? And I
Yeah.
think it's actually it just comes down to a marketing thing.
You
Like
know.
if you called it Oblivion Remake, does that sound as fun or as innovative as Oblivion Remaster? I think it literally comes down to a marketing thing,
Mm,
and that's it. Because from all standpoints, Oblivion Remastered and Metroid Prime Remastered, these are remakes
yeah.
to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
like
They've changed stuff.
basically like there's so much work and
Yeah.
so much improvement that it's basically a different experience than the
Than the
original
original.
game. I would
That.
say the same thing about Metroid Prime. The controls have changed, they've
Mm,
added these visuals, everything is so cleaned up
yeah.
that it
They've added
it is
like rain effects too. They've added ambiance to the
exactly
game, which is
where it just
it
feels like
feels different in a way. You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, and whether you like those improvements or not, those are all subjective. But
Yeah.
objectively, those games have done so much different from their original
Yeah. Yeah.
games
Yeah.
that they're like full on remakes.
For me,
I
yes.
just think, yeah, I just think the name remastered is literally just a marketing term now,
Mm.
and it sounds better than remake. I don't know a lot of games that actually have the word remake in their title. Can you even
But I
think
think
of
you
any?
were right
When they
on
get remade,
from the
they just
ground
get
up. Yeah,
called that. They
yeah,
just get called
like
that,
Dead
right?
Space.
It yeah, it's not Dead Space remake. It's
It's just
literally Dead
Dead
Space.
Space. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not Resident Evil 4 remake. It's just Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil
4. You
4.
know, so
Yeah.
that's no. I get that point. I didn't see like the more I think about it, and with the thing that you just said right now, it makes sense because I think companies don't want to get shot themselves in the foot by saying
Exactly.
it's a remake, and then we can't do a remake for the past like
The
10
next
years
10,
or else
20
we'll
years.
look
Yeah.
greedy, you know? Not like PlayStation with Last of Us, to be honest. Like we're probably gonna have some remake in six
That's a
hours
whole
or,
thing right
so, you
there,
know,
dude.
because ridiculous. But no, I agree with your I agree with what you're saying, honestly. Like it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense actually. Remastered
Yeah.
has a terminology to it. It has a ring to
Yeah.
it. It's like, yeah, other
It has like a
games are not
mystique to
called
it.
remake anyway. The
Yeah.
general public is calling it a remake, but that's it. It's not marketed on the box. It's not marketed anywhere. Nobody's really talking that it's, yes, the devs are saying that it's a remake, but other than that, like it's nowhere in the box. It's not like
No.
in the marketing. So no, it makes sense. Remaster has a
It almost
better
feels like a shield too.
mm,
Like if you call something a remaster, people just see it
get
as almost like an enhanced port. So when they
yeah,
actually get it, they can kind of be surprised or not surprised when they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just like a cleaned up version. There's not much
yeah,
different." So you could either really surprise your customer or not at all. But I think you set a standard of telling someone that it's a remaster
exactly.
rather than a remake. If you tell someone it's a remake, I think people are going to be like, "Okay,
They're
there's got to be something new
expecting
in here."
more. Yeah. It's safer that way. No, I get it. It makes sense. It really makes sense actually.
Yeah.
I didn't see it that way before. I was just like,
Yeah.
well, it's just a straight up remake. Just call it a remake. Like why would you
Yeah.
confuse the consumer more, you know? But no, that makes sense because
Yeah.
I can confidently say that I feel like it's a remake, but maybe some people are not. They're like, no, it's a remaster because it's still the same source code and it's still the same game overall, you know. So no, I get it. It really makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it all just feels like a marketing thing to me.
Mm,
It's not specific to say that it's not about maybe like how the game
mm,
is remade or remastered. It's more just a now it's like a blanket statement that people just use. So
yeah.
that's the way I've seen it, and I think a lot of people. I don't know if other people view it that way like I do, but I view it as essentially just companies being like, it sounds better, it sets
Mm,
expectations, and looks nice on the box, better than remake. So
yeah.
that's the way I've seen it. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there
I
we go,
feel the same way
everybody.
now. I feel the same way.
So hey, keep remaking your games though.
Yeah.
I like to be surprised when
Yeah.
you do remaster and
Especially Shadow
remake. So
Drop them. It's the best thing ever.
exactly. Yeah, I think there's always going to be some confusion around the terminology of re-releases,
Mm,
remakes, or remasters. But hey, man, as long as you're making the game accessible and better, that's the main thing for
that's
me.
the main thing. Yeah,
That's
exactly. On
make it
modern
accessible.
hardware too, like it's just
Exactly.
yeah, it's really cool.
Exactly. Great question. I think a lot of people have a lot of questions in
Mm,
regards to what people consider something now.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I've always just considered it's a marketing thing
Yeah.
now. So just easier to say remaster. So
Yeah.
that's the way I viewed it. So yeah, that is a majority of the gaming news, all the Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
2 stuff, all these things that we've been kind of excited for happening over the last little bit. We got some fun videos in the works, like we were talking about, new stuff coming out,
Mm-hmm.
informative stuff coming out. We got all sorts of things coming. We're really excited. June
Yep.
can't come fast enough,
No.
right? So
I
we're
wish June 5th was tomorrow. Like I really
for
wish,
real.
yeah.
We are almost there.
Yeah.
So, and where can everyone find you? on the socials?
You can find me on YouTube at Benduzo, or you can find me on TikTok at the same at Benduzo. You know, how about you, Juice? Where can we find you?
Same thing, but now as far as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, you can find me at Juice's Game Closet, all one word. So it should be easier to find me there. And yeah, just a little rebrand. A little rebrand. It's good
You're
stuff.
Brian, you know.
So that's going to wrap it up here for No Continues. Thank you guys all for tuning in. And remember, you got one life, so you might as well play some games. We will see you guys on the next episode. We should have a fun one next time for you. So we will all talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.